Hello, this is KG Outdoor 16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome to another episode of my awesome YouTube channel. Anyway, I got a ton of baits. Oh, I had one in my head. But I got a ton of baits to review. So let's get started.
First up
It's the Zoom Super Salt Plus Brush Hog. And I believe it is in watermelon red color. Yes, I am correct. This is a very good lure for very shallow bass or bass and weeds. I really like the Texas Rigget and Carolina Rigget to punch through weeds. Once again, this is the Zoom Brush Hog watermelon red color. Next up is the Super Salt Plus U-Tail Chart Pepper color. And I would like to Texas rig this again. You could wacky rig it, but it's meant for Texas rigging. And I usually like to use this to punch through weeds. I'd put a tungsten weight in front of my worm and I'd use that to punch through the weeds. That is one of my absolute favorite types of fishing in early summer. Next up, we got the Spook made by Henlin. I got the Super Spook Junior in baby bass color. Now, in the summertime, the baby bass are probably about this big. I like to use this when the baby bass are feeding, and it gets a lot of big 5-pounders. So in order to fish this correctly, you have to reel and pull back at the same time. It's called walking the dog, and you have to do that, like, but this is the Spook. Here, let's see if I can get it open. Here is the KVD Perfect Plastics Game Hog Watermelon Red Flake. It smells like coffee and sea salt, which actually does smell very good. I don't know why they sent the lures with that instead of like fish scent or something. If it really makes a difference to the fish. The only fish that I really sent my lures for is catfish. Next up, we got the Slim and Fluke Junior white ice color. Yeah. So here is the top. It's translucent crystal, and the bottom, that's all white. I like to use flukes for trailers or Texas rig them on a hook. They look very good. Next up, we have the 6-inch Lizard Watermelon Chart color. These work very good in Florida and the southern states because there's no lizards up in the Midwest, but there's salamanders, so the bass will bite them, eat them. I mean, they could bite on them. Last, we got the Vibra King tube. Now, they say that this can go over spawning beds. Where does it say? I swear it said somewhere on this. Yeah, right here. Great for bedded bass. The reason tubes were made was to fish deep water bass. You have a weighted hook inside, and it makes the lure go down. You bounce it off the bottom or you reel it in fast. This was not meant to go in 6 inches of water or a foot of water where the bass are bedded. Don't get me wrong, this will catch them, but I would not prefer using that, especially how it's put deep. Again, this is the Vibra King tube made by Yum. Next up, we got the Yumbrella Mud Minnow Kit and the Yumbrella. Now right here we got a Alabama rig, and if I can get it, the rubber band undone, now it's around my finger. But there's 5 little steel wires with swivels on the end. You put your jig head with a lure on each of the ends, and it depends what state you are in. It depends on how many lures you're allowed to have on the end. Please check your state regulations before you're out. Before you go out, because we don't want any people getting tickets over bass fishing. Now, I have seen that happen because it's not fun getting a ticket bass fishing because you got the wrong amount of hooks on your umbrella rig. So now I'm going to open up the umbrella mud minnow kit. All in all, this is a good kit. We got our jig heads that go with it. But these do not look like any minnow I caught. They look like round goby. And if you're in the Great Lakes region, you probably hate these fish because they're ruining the smallmouth fishery and the fishery in general. But they look like a baby catfish or goby. But all in all, I'm not complaining because they're free swim bait looking things. I hope you enjoyed the little review. It is currently snowing outside, so I can't do much. I really want the weather to warm up so I can start doing bass fishing. Even if it's just like 40 degrees, I can still do something in the Midwest. People in the Midwest feel my pain. It's like cold in a cold spell. If you're in Florida or any other state, you're lucky. Okay, I'll see you next episode.